Venn diagrams.
It was this idea of Venn diagrams that, you have these two circles and they overlap, and it's what's in the middle that's the same. And Venn diagrams have been coming up in my life all the time in relation to men, in weird ways. And so I thought, okay, what's this about?
In the first version of this piece that we made over the summer, Venn diagrams was actually its own separate piece. So since then, the meaning and the function of that movement, the Venn diagram spot, has shifted a few times. In the summer version of this piece, Trevor and Connor start with the spots movement, and let it build kind of over and over, repeating it through an accumulation, which gives it a little bit more space to breathe and a little bit more feeling of repetitiveness than we were able to do in this version of it. Then when Lily comes in the piece, they kind of modulate that movement of the spots to let her look through them. And to me, that was kind of a nod to the idea that we were working with Joyce's spots of time. And so at the same time, taking this idea of Venn diagrams and then physicalizing it into a way that was almost like they were holding these spots in the air. Then in the summer version, it actually evolved a step further, where Trevor and Connor would make the spots kind of around Lily's body, make larger circles, kind of trying to encase her with their arms or their legs, which was kind of a reprise of something that had happened in the summer version of the letter duet, I Am the Missing of You, where Trevor and Lily took turns kind of encircling each other. And we didn't find a way to put that in the new version of the piece, and looking back at it, I almost wonder why we didn't, that it seemed so logical and important to the summer's version of it, but I guess we just didn't have time. So in this version of the piece, Michael and Rowan make the spots for Larissa to look through, but it doesn't go any further than there. She kind of breaks through that, and it goes into the beginning of the end, where all the events start happening. But for me, the movement of the Venn diagram spot really helps connect the piece together, because even though it was made first for Venn diagrams and then kind of spread to the rest of the piece, chronologically in the piece, you see it first in Michael's solo, then in the letter duet, and then in Venn diagrams. And then, of course, it reprises in the end. And so for me, that really shows a connection between two of the big themes that we were working with, this idea of Venn diagrams, and then also the different ways of physicalizing spots of time in the space.